Hello everyone, good evening. Today we will discuss only the rules of debit and credit. So the rules of debit and credits are that an account, it looks like T shape and it has left side and right side. Left side we will write debit and right side credit. So all the sold goods shall appear on this debit side and all payments received will be on the right side. So this is it is an account that looks like letter T. So what are the rules of debit and credit? If it is assets, then debit side increase, credit decrease. Liabilities decrease, debit, credit increase. Capital decrease, debit, credit increase. Revenues, debit decrease, credit increase. Expenses, debit increase, credit decrease. So this is the rules for debit and credit. Next we will proceed according to British approach or golden rule. In the real there are three accounts: real account, personal account and nominal account. In real account, debit means what comes in and credit means what goes out. This is for the real account. For personal account, debit is the receiver and credit is the giver in personal account. And in nominal account, debit means expenses and losses and credit income and gains. So this comes under this real account, personal account, nominal account, whatever we have discussed over here, this also comes under the double entry system. Now then we come to the golden rule. This was according to the British approach. Now golden rule, real account, debit what comes in, what goes out. We have discussed personal account, receiver, giver, expenses and losses and incomes and expense. Now according to American approach or modern rule, we get assets account, debit increased, credit decreased. Then modern rule, liability account, debit decreased, credit increased. For capital account, if it is decreased, then debit, increased credit. Income account, decreased debit, increased credit. For expense account, increased debit and decreased credit. This is according to modern rule or American approach. Then we have one problem sums that state which account is to be debited and which account is to be credited in each of the following transactions. Number one is purchased goods from Ratan on credit, sold goods in cash, then rent paid to Ravi. Ravi is landlord, loan taken from Arun and charged depreciation on machinery. So how we are going to solve? This is only we have to find the debit and credit. Purchase account, number one, purchase goods from Ratan on credit. So we will make two columns, debit and credit, like this. Purchase account, debit, Ratan account, credit, cash account, debit, sales account, credit, rent account, cash account, Arun account, loan account, depreciation account and machinery account. This sum is very easy, like charge depreciation on machinery. Number 5, we will depreciation account will be in debit column and machinery account will be in credit column. So one more example, state the normal balance of the following accounts as per rules of debit and credit. So wages paid, what is this? This is debit, we have to find out. Capital credit, sales credit, purchases debit, debtors debit, machinery debit, interest credit, interest received credit, bank loan credit. So this is the things we have to keep in mind, and this is the basic steps to proceed for the accounts. Now again one sum, find out the two aspects of the following transactions of my business. I pay cash for salary rupees 3000. I buy goods for cash rupees 2500. I sell goods for cash rupees 4000. I receive cash from Praveen rupees 2000. I pay cash for office stationery rupees 500. This is one sum. So we will solve it as we will make the pro forma like this: date, particulars amount, date, a particulars amount. Debit side here and credit will be written over here, right side. So number one is I pay cash for salary rupees 3000. What we are going to write? Number one, salary account 3000, cash account 3000. Number two, I buy goods for cash rupees 2500. So this will be purchase account 2500, cash account, it will be in debit side, cash account 2500 on the credit side. Then number 3, I sell goods for cash rupees 4000. Now number 3, cash account rupees 4000 on the debit side and sales account 4000 credit side. Now I receive cash from Praveen rupees 2000. Number 4. So cash account 2000 on the debit side and Praveen account 2000 credit side. Then I pay cash for office stationery rupees 500. Then it is number 5, stationery account. We will write in particulars column and it will be in debit side rupees 500 in amount section, amount column. Then particulars cash account, credit side 500 rupees. Then we will add both the amount, we will get 12,000. So in this way we are calculating, we are finding out the two aspects of the following transactions of our business. So in this way we are doing this, we are solving the problems and we are practicing it. Very easy, debit and credit. So next class we will proceed with another chapter. Thank you.